Welcome to my channel. We do unboxings, limited editions, hauls, and mystery boxes. You know, I love to shop and show you what I got. And we do everything here from lifestyle, self-care, and wellness to makeup, beauty, skincare, coffee, tea, jewelry, whatever appeals to me, hopefully to you too. And thank you so much for watching, subscribing, being there. I really do appreciate it. Today we're going to talk about tea. It's been a while. I used to get several tea subscriptions monthly. I cut those back, although they are great subscriptions. Sips By and Dollar Tea and Simply Tea, I think was the other one. They're all great boxes monthly, and they run about $15 or so, and you get about 16 cups or so. But I wasn't drinking as much, and I had found a quarterly one that I liked. Many years ago, I was kind of exposed to tea when I was in New York. Living in New York, there was a retail store that was from Canada that had opened up in my neighborhood called Davidstea, and you just went in there and they just tons of different types of flavored teas and regular teas and teaware, and you could just get a cup of tea or a boba tea or anything like that. And they had several locations in New York. They were just starting to expand in the U.S. And opening up in some other cities. And then, of course, the pandemic hit. So they closed all their stores in the United States and in Canada, from what I understand. Now, they may start opening up some of them in Canada or under a different name, but they did start a subscription box earlier, back in December, January. So this is I believe, their third subscription box, and you get several packets of flavors of tea. Some of them are supposed to be new to us, and then you get some teaware items. The first box, we got a tin, a little tea tin. Now, I had placed an order with them also. The packages usually come in these 2-ounce packages, and this is a tea that I love from them. This is my favorite tea of all kinds, called the Spice is Right, and it's a green tea with some cloves and cinnamon and orange, and I just love this. Is my absolute favorite. So they were having a half-price sale on this tea, and so I bought 4 ounces. When you buy 4 ounces, they give you a free tin to store it in. So that's a nice little perk. They're always running sales on their website. They give you, if you spend, now I think it's if you spend $50, you get free 2 ounces, or there's always something going on. And they have a great selection of teaware, the usual cups and spoons and strainers and things. And they have some unique items, and they have all kinds of samplers, which are great for gifts. So I love this company, Davidstea. The subscription boxes that comes in this fun box with all the different flavors on it. What they did is they packed this box in a larger box, so my box stayed pristine. This is the fall box, so we get it really early, in August. I remember getting the summer box in, I guess, maybe April or so, May maybe. It was so early. So this is still iced tea weather for me, but not hot tea weather. But we of course save these. Teas have a really long shelf life, and it's not easy to find spoilers on this. There's a group that I belong to on Facebook, and even they're very careful with the spoilers because they want to keep it a secret. The first box or the second box also had a big book with all the different flavors. Now they went digital, so they don't have that here now. But they do have, they do give you, on the box, they tell you how to steep all the different things. And I have a Cuisinart electric kettle, and it has all the different settings: green tea, black tea, white tea. So, because each of them should be brewed at a different, the water should be a certain heat level. So it's pretty cool. So it looks like we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 packets, which is what we got the last time. So 8 of these packets of flavors, and we have some little bonus teaware items in here. And it looks like we have a couple little samples. So this time they really listened to us, because the first one was kind of disappointing. We got 8 of these packets, and we got our teaware, and it looks like they sent me one anyway. This was what we got in our first box. This is teal. It's coming up blue, but it's not. It's a blue. It's really a green teal, rubberized can. So to store the tea in. So now I have 2 of these, which is nice. the regular one you get is just all silver. So this is David's color. Again, I'm looking at the screen. It's coming up blue, but it really is a teal. This is their signature. So they threw this in for me. So I do appreciate that. We also got some filters and a pack of 20, and I do use these. They're drawstring bags, which are really nice to steep the tea in. So this was our teaware item that they threw in, and I'm very happy because I will be using these. And then they also gave us a strainer this time, and I have a bunch of these. So, but this one's branded, which is smart of them to brand it with Davidstea. And you can just set this on the cup and put the tea in here if you don't want to use the bag. So you could do it one of two ways. So those were our tea gifty kind of items that went along with this. I didn't tell you this box is $35 a quarter, and they say the value is $50. In this case, it might be more than that this time. So, the strainer and the papers were the teaware item. They said this time this was like an extra bonus they threw in for me. I don't know if everybody got that. And then we have a couple of samples here, which is one little tea bag to try of Palm Grateful. And I believe I've tried this before. I love anything with pomegranates. So this is a good tea. This is a white tea with pomegranates, so delicate, really nice. And then a chai. And they have a wonderful chai collection. I've got lots of their chais. I love their cinnamon chai, but they have a lot of different chais. And this is s'mores chai. So this is probably very fun also. Again, we're going to save these till it gets a little cooler. It takes a long time to get cool in Florida, but I will save it for that. But some of these other flavors that they sent, I may be able to drink cold as well. So they gave us a nice selection of different kinds of teas. And again, these are all 2 ounces, which sell for between $5 and $10 a packet each of these. So first one is a fruit infusion, blueberry pancakes. So that's pretty cool. Maple syrup and blueberries. So I could definitely see this one as drinking it iced also. And they tell you if you can drink it iced or not and how to do that. So definitely we'll try that one iced. And then we have to have a pumpkin, right? This is the pumpkin Earl Grey, and this is the black tea. And I have to be honest with you, I've never tried an Earl Grey, and I know that's kind of a go-to staple. Let me know below if you've tried Earl Grey. Do you like Earl Grey? I like pumpkin, so I may actually try this. They do say it's got some bergamot in it, which I find to be interesting. It's black tea, pumpkin, carrot, cinnamon, cardamom, clove, got natural pumpkin pie flavoring, vanilla, some marigold petals, and bergamot oil. That's at the end, so it probably just finishes. There's probably very little of that in there. The blueberry pancake, I didn't read that. That has apple. A lot of their teas start with apple. I must absorb the flavors. Apple, raisin, hibiscus, blossom, lemongrass, rose hips, and some artificial blueberry flavoring. So those are the first 2. And then we have a coffee puree. And this is a very heavy, rich. A lot of times people would have a puree after dinner. It's kind of a digestive. So this is got some roasted coffee beans. So this is kind of a nice after dinner kind of a drink. We get a heavier kind of a tea. And then we have a rooibos, which I love, and this is wild grown rooibos. They say it's wild honey and nutty. And it's grown from South Africa. So there's no flavoring in here, so it must have that just kind of natural flavor to it. But I like a rooibos. And then we have a dark chocolate orange black tea. That sounds delicious. This one does contain soy in it. It's black tea, cocoa bean, orange peel, chocolate chips. Now, one thing about this box, though, they don't, if you're allergic to something, you're going to have to just give it away because they don't give you any, you don't have any customization. And maybe that's something they'll work towards. But right now, everybody gets the same. I'm just looking to see if there's soy in anything else. That was the first one I think I saw that had soy in it. Yeah. So that's the dark chocolate orange black tea. And then we have a chai. And this is fruit infusion chai. So that's nice because there won't be any caffeine. It's a honeycomb chai. and also apple, ginger, rosehip, candied ginger, cinnamon. That should be fun. And we have 2 more left. We have a Sleepy Lychee, and this is a fruit infusion. I don't know that I've ever had anything lychee. This has apple, lemongrass, carrot, bean peel. I don't know what that is. Candied pineapple. So we don't want to reach too far down on the list because then you start hitting things. But this does contain sulfites and coconut. But this might be an interesting tea. I'll have to do some research and see which ones of these would be good as iced teas. And our final one is a black tea. It's candy apple, fresh candy apple. So that's a nice fall flavor. It's black tea, apple, cinnamon, sweet blackberry leaf. So the only one that contains soy. So we have a couple of fruit infusions this time. 1, 2. We have 2 black teas. We have a rooibos, a puree, 3 black teas, and this is another fruit infusion. So 3 fruits, 3 black, 1 rooibos, and 1 puree. No green or white. White's expensive. I can understand they don't give us that typically because that is more expensive tea. And green is more of a summer kind of tea, so I can understand that. In the fall, you want more black teas, puree. I don't know how to pronounce those, typically. So this is the Davidstea box. I think this month they definitely did a great job. That by putting the digital book online, they're not going through that expense. They were able to give us more product in the box. So they are getting better with it. It is a quarterly box. The fall just started shipping. If this is something you might be interested in, you will get this same box as I got. And you go on davidstea.com and you can order it for yourself. So I hope you like that. And let me know if you drink tea and you like tea. And I do get a coffee box too from Beanbox. I don't show it that often because I don't know how much excitement that is, but I do get it every month. They send me 4 coffees every month. I tend to like the dark roast, but you can choose. And I tend to like the full bean. I like to grind it myself. So, but I do get the Beanbox, and I happen to love that one. That's about $16.50, I think, a month for that. And I get 4 packages, and it lasts me for most of the month. So that's all for today. Thank you again for joining, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.